Tonight, we're diving into the story of a single, catastrophic night. A night that took a city that thought it knew the darkness and just broke it. It's a tale of careful plans going up against absolute, unpredictable chaos. And this whole thing kicks off with a really chilling premonition. It's not some clear vision of what's to come, but something way more terrifying. Just a glimpse of a future where all the rules are gone, where suddenly anything can happen. That one little feeling, it sets the stage for everything. So, to really understand how this night went so wrong, so fast, we're going to follow the plan as it was supposed to happen. We'll track two different teams on two parallel paths, one moving in total silence, the other surrounded by noise, and neither of them has any idea how their worlds are about to smash into each other. Okay, so let's set the scene. It starts in this kind of unassuming junkyard haven. This is where our coterie, a small, tight-knit group of vampires, is putting the final touches on their big plan for the night. They think they have a real handle on this thing, a solid strategy to take on a major supernatural threat. The plan itself, it's incredibly ambitious and honestly super risky. They decide they have to split their forces to hit two places at the exact same time. The Oregon Zoo, which is all quiet and closed down for the night, and the Puddletown Music Festival, which is loud, chaotic, and packed with people. This move stretches them dangerously thin. They're really banking on nothing going wrong. So here's how they split up. You've got Team Zoo, that's the Undertaker and Joshua, gearing up for a pure stealth and observation mission. And then you have Team Concert, Zane, Stefan, and Matt, who are heading right into the heart of the city's nightlife to blend in with the crowd. Two totally different playbooks for one single goal. And who are they after? Well, they call it Asura. It's described as a dark god, some kind of powerful ancient being they think is holed up at the Oregon Zoo. They really don't know much else, just that it's a massive threat and it has to be dealt with. All right, let's jump over to that first location and see this high-stakes plan get started. We're following Team Zoo as they slip into the zoological park, using the cover of darkness to make their move. And they are pros. Their infiltration is just flawless. They slip through the fence, they quietly take care of the single security guard so no alarm is raised, and then they wipe the security footage clean. Poof, no evidence they were ever there. Then they melt into the shadows to set up their observation post. So with all those first steps out of the way, this really eerie quiet falls over the zoo. The team is in position, hidden, and all they can do is wait. And you just know, it's the kind of silence that feels heavy. You know, the calm before a storm they can't even begin to imagine. Okay, now let's do a hard cut across the city. We're leaving that dead silence behind for the complete opposite. The deafening, pulsing, chaotic energy of Puddletown Fest. We're talking thousands and thousands of people, and not a single one has a clue what's going on. And the contrast is just wow. While Team Zoo is being basically invisible, their buddy Zane is the center of everyone's attention. He's up on stage, a DJ with his voice booming over the speakers, commanding this massive crowd. He's totally out in the open, literally in a sea of people. So this is the setup, right? It's perfectly balanced on a knife's edge. You have one team deep behind enemy lines, counting on stealth, and the other team is hiding in plain sight, counting on the chaos of the crowd, and both of them are operating under the assumption that they are in control of the situation. They have no idea what's brewing right under their feet. And then it happens. With absolutely no warning, the very foundation of their plan, of the entire city, it just collapses. The night takes a turn that no one, no premonition, could have ever prepared them for. It lasts for a terrifying 2.5 minutes. A massive earthquake just rips through the city. We're talking 150 seconds of violent, relentless shaking. I mean, that is an absolute eternity for something like this. And in those 150 seconds, everything changes. In an instant, click, the lights go out everywhere. The entire power grid just fails, and a buzzing, bright city is plunged into absolute, terrifying darkness. Back at the festival, it's a nightmare. The stage is now just a pile of twisted metal. A whole section of a building next to the grounds just shears off and comes crashing down. A party has just become a disaster zone. You can just imagine it. Total darkness, stuff is collapsing all around, and thousands of terrified people start to stampede just trying to get out. It's absolute chaos. And then the shaking stops. And you'd think the worst is over, right? Nope. The earthquake, that was just the opening act. Because now, in all that rubble, New threats are starting to crawl out of the shadows. Back at the zoo, the earthquake had a very different, very specific consequence. It basically just broke the cage. The very thing Team Zoo was there to watch, well, it's out now. And it's not a target for surveillance anymore. It's loose. And it's not just one thing. What was supposed to be a quiet stakeout explodes into this insane, multi-sided monster brawl. First, this 8-foot-tall hyena thing appears, then it's facing off against another one, only this one is bigger, more muscular. Then a mysterious raven-like humanoid drops in, and a fourth creature joins the fight. It's a war between monsters, and Team Zoo is caught right in the middle of it. So yeah, in the span of just a few minutes, the original plan is in shambles. Both teams are now trapped in a reality that is far, far more dangerous than anything they could have ever planned for. Let's just break down how bad things are. Team Zoo is stuck basically watching this monster battle royale, totally pinned down. Meanwhile, Team Concert is trying to fight their way out of a human disaster zone, but now one of their own, Matt, well, something's wrong. He's just gone into this strange, unresponsive state after all the chaos. And that leaves us with this one final, chilling question. When the world breaks apart and all your plans turn to dust, who are the real monsters? The ones you were hunting in the first place, or the ones you have to become just to make it through the night?